All right, here we go. First video. It is cold out this year. It's January. We have been in a frozen funk for like 20 some days. It's 23rd today. All January so far has been below 30. So we have been frozen. All of our lakes are frozen, things like that. So I figure I'm gonna do a bunch of videos. The first one I'm gonna do today is in this cold weather, you got to kind of bundle up. Like I said, I have the XPS gloves here. Got this camera kind of close. Sorry, I'm working with a new camera here, so new setup. So bear with me. But yeah, when you're out fishing and this stuff, you got to keep your hands warm. There's two ways to do it. One is you get in these gloves here, but these don't do it just on their own. You got to kind of add to it, and that's what these come in. These are just your typical uh, gloves that the nitrate style gloves that go. You use them for work, use them for whatever you do. If you're going to get your hands messy. But these ones are 6 mil, so they're really thick. They work really well. They're called Grippas. You can get these at Tractor Supply. They work really well under gloves. So I'm going to show you here. Let me get up underneath the glove here. And as you can see, I have it on there. These ones are tight. These are larges, but you'd have swear they're a medium the way they're fitting me. But I got big hands. But these are large. If you look, see here, large. I got larges. So no, they fit kind of skin tight. They're definitely tight here, but nothing I can't handle. But what I do is I put them on under the glove. So let me get this glove on here without banging the camera. They're not the easiest thing to get on, but once you get them on, if you're in the cold and the wet, this is definitely an addition you need to have. So I got it on underneath the XPS glove, and that's where it comes in nice because on the XPS gloves, if you don't know, you have a couple slots here. You have this one here, you have this one on the thumb. So that way you can pull the thumb off and tie stuff. Now, tying in these gloves is easy. So like see here, I mean, they're like skin. So tying them in is easy. But once they're wet, your fingertips freeze. And even in these things, they freeze. So that's where these gloves come in handy. You put those on underneath your XPSs. It actually keeps your hands warmer. It keeps the warmth in your hands up close and tight, and it gives you more water protection. You get less water on your fingers this way. Where in here, when you're reeling up, if you're holding lines, you're flipping, you're casting, your hands still get wet through these two little slots in here. And if you put those 6 mil gloves on underneath, your hands stay warmer, drier, and you have less problems. You can stick a heating pack underneath here, like the little hot hands. Activate it, slide it in between the glove and the glove, and it will, right where your veins are right here, and it will heat your fingers up too as well. So your hands can be nice and toasty in these things. These are good working gloves. Even today, I was out in a 9-degree weather today walking the dogs. It was 9 degrees when I got up. So that's frigid out here for us. And I walked the dogs, had no issues, and I did exactly the same thing. I go, I'm gonna rig up like I'm going out in the thing because I knew the dogs had to use the bathroom. So it's going to be a 20, 30-minute walk out in 9 degrees. So I rigged up, and that's what I did. I put these on. I put my XPS gloves over it, and I went out and walked the dogs. But if you're out fishing and you need to keep the hands warm, this is the way to do it. And it doesn't matter what gloves you have. It doesn't have to be XPS ones. Even if you have regular gloves, if there's a chance your hands can get wet, I would slide gloves on underneath, and they will keep your hands warmer. Where if you have gloves where the wind blows through them a little bit, a little thinner glove, you just want something to, keeping your hands from getting roughed up. Those aren't usually the warmest gloves. This will actually help keep your hands warm as well. So, in combination with the XPS neoprene gloves, the 6 mil Grippas or any type of almost like automotive glove will work awesome. So, if you get out on the water, give this a shot, and it should keep your hands warm, especially in this cold weather like it is now. Excuse me, 9 degrees, and if I was out fishing this, it'd be in the 30s, obviously. But if the wind was blowing really hard, this is the setup I'd have on my hands. That way, I can whip it off. I can get some casts in. The glove's not going to rip real easy. I put it back in, and I'm not getting wet right here. Excuse me, I'm a little cough there for a second, but yeah, that's the way to do it. If you're going to go out in the cold, get you some 6 mil, 3 mil gloves, whatever, just other rubber gloves to fit underneath these. And it's a little tough to get them on, but once they're on and you're fishing with them, you'll never know why you won't know why you never did this before because it will keep your hands warmer. Like right now, my hands are super toasty. And you start off with some, you throw some in your tackle box. Take them, you don't have to take the whole box out there. Take 6 pairs of them with you, throw them in a little bag, and you're good to go. Get rigged up while you're sitting in the car. Get your gloves nice and warm before you head out of the car, and you're set. So, let me know what you think. It works for me. If it doesn't work for you, let me know if you got a better way of doing it. But for me, These, along with the hot hands on the inside, on a